As evidenced by the recent Harvey Weinstein accusations, Hollywood has had a rape culture for many years. It has been against women, it has been also against children. And whenever people speak out, they have been ostracized and pushed out of this community. So, for those that don't believe that the rape culture exists, that females are not forced to do things that they do not want to do, think also that this happens to people when they are children, and children are also raped and abused.
I can tell you that the number one problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures.
Vultures who Feldman says abused him and his best friend, the late child actor Cory Feldman, his co-star in The Lost Boys.
Well, what happens if my mom is dating the head vampire?
Feldman says the trauma of that pedophilia contributed to Haim's death.
There's one person to blame in the death of Cory Feldman, and that person happens to be a Hollywood mogul. And that person needs to be exposed, but unfortunately I can't be the one to do it. But the person that knows who did it and knows who he is watching right now, I guarantee you. Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah. There was a circle of older men that surrounded themselves around this group of kids. And they all had either their own power or connections to great power in the entertainment industry.
Feldman won't name names. And he admits his friend had a struggle with addiction, which he says was a mechanism to cope with his demons. It was a symptom.
It was a symptom, correct.
Oh, yeah?
In 2008, the two Corys confronted each other on their reality show about the dark past they shared.
You let me get around in my life, man. Raped, so to speak. When I was about 14 and a half, and I'm saying this right now. What'd you do, man, when you saw that going down when I was 14 to me? What'd you do? You knew about it.
You want to talk about the truth? Okay, well then let's talk about the truth. I was being molested at the same time by somebody else. What'd you do? You know, there's a lot of good people in this industry, but there's also a lot of really, really sick, corrupt people in this industry. And there are people in this industry who have gotten away with it for so long that they feel they're above the law. And that's got to change. That's got to stop.
Cory Haim and Cory Feldman once had a TV show. During one of these episodes of this TV show, where, if you ever seen it, they broke down often, especially Cory Haim. I would assume that the molestation that he went through was even worse, or he took it harder than Feldman did, and he's even less able to cope with the things in which he had to do and the things that were done to him. And in these next couple of scenes, you're going to see exactly how he feels and the ramifications of what he had to go through. Still, to his dying day, had a reflection on his attitude and the way that he looked at life.
I can destroy you right now and you know it.
Go ahead,
And I don't need to do that. I don't have to do that.
Corey, I'd love to see you even attempt to do something like that.
Are you kidding me?
Do I look like I'm kidding you right
You're
now?
an easy target, bro.
I'm right here. Let's do this. I'm right here. Hit me with the hardest bolt you got.
Now, why would I want to try and hurt you?
Corey, you're opening up to the world about me having a knife in my pocket. And the reason I wear this, man, is like to cover up some scars I have. Because, like, I used to cut into myself. Because it's a way to feel. I hear. And, like, mentioning that, you just rip the envelope, man. I'll go you one better. You let me get around in my life, man. Raped, so to speak. When I was about 14 and a half, and I'm saying this right now, by the guy you still hang out with, and tell me I'm 14 and a half, take responsibility. You know exactly what I'm talking about. What'd you do, man, when you saw that going down when I was 14 to me? What'd you do? You knew about it. Besides being his best friend. What'd you do? What'd you do? Tell us what you did, man.
I believe
You
I
wanted
was...
God bless you. God bless you.
You want to talk about the truth? Okay, well then let's talk about the truth. I was being molested at the same time by somebody else. What'd you do? What'd you do?
Talk to you about it.
You talked to me about
Yeah,
it?
sure. You told me while I was sleeping, this happened. I'm like, dude,
Right.
you weren't sleeping. Yeah, I was sleeping. Tried to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Were you sleeping?
I was awake, Cory. I was very aware what's going on with me. So I think we might take this to go.
Okay.
Would be the probably smartest thing to do.
You know what?
Cory,
You
why
want to
don't
put
you
all
get out
that
of
shit
here,
on the
man?
table? You want about all
Just
that?
put you in the ground, kid.
Yeah, okay.
Really, it's not good. Me around you is detrimental for my health, man. You're really up in your head, kid. And I really don't want to be your friend anymore. I can't. It's not that I don't want to be, I can't.
Well, that's where it's at.
I can't.
Earlier today, Radar Online published a shocking report in which the site claimed to have identified the A-list star who allegedly raped actor Corey Haim when he was a child star just getting his start in Hollywood. Haim died of a drug overdose in 2010 at the age of 38. Many who were close to Haim believe that being victimized in his youth set him on the downward trajectory that ultimately led to his premature death. Radar opted not to name the man they believe to be Haim's rapist, but the site claims that Hollywood is poised to reveal the suspect's identity. According to Radar, the guilty party maintains a family man facade, but is in fact an evil monster who has led an extraordinarily twisted double life. Not surprisingly, social media has been buzzing with speculation about A-list name behind these horrific allegations. Countless theories have been bandied about, many bolstered by elaborate, if not always logical, arguments. But there's one star who seems to be attracting more suspicion than anyone else. Charlie Sheen worked with Haim on the 1986 film Lucas. Haim was just 14 at the time of filming, and Sheen was soon to turn 21. Rumors that the two of them were sexually involved on set have been circulating for years, in large part due to the following passage from a memoir written by Cory Feldman, one of Haim's closest friends. Within hours of our first meeting, we found ourselves talking about Lucas, the film he made in the summer of 1985, the role I had wanted for myself. At some point during the filming, he explained an adult male convinced him that it was perfectly normal for older men and younger boys in the business to have sexual relations, that it was what all guys do. So they walked off to a secluded area between two trailers, during a lunch break for the cast and crew, and Haim, innocent and ambitious as he was, allowed himself to be sodomized. That man walks around, one of the most successful people in the entertainment industry, still making money hand over fist. Then there's this quote from an interview in which Feldman was asked about his feelings on Sheen. Well, I have to be completely honest and say, I'm not a huge fan of Charlie Sheen. I don't make it my goal to ever talk badly in the press. We're all in it together, that's the way I look at it. But Charlie in particular, especially the way that he's affected other people that I know. Point blank, Charlie and Cory started their careers pretty much together, and Cory fought for his entire life to recover from those early experiences and to get his life together. Interestingly, it was Radar that first published the blind item about an A-list male star secretly being diagnosed as HIV positive that eventually led to Sheen revealing his illness in an interview with Matt Lauer. Of course, that doesn't mean Sheen is the culprit this time, but today that is being cited by media outlets as evidence that Radar has a track record of accuracy in reporting when it comes scandals that begin as blind items. It's important to note that Sheen has not been officially tied to the Haim allegations in any way. As many have noted, Radar describes the unidentified celebrity as carefully maintaining a family man facade, which would hardly describe Sheen. According to the superficial, Other stars who have garnered the suspicions of social media and celebrity news outlets in connection with the Haim allegations include John Travolta, Steven Spielberg, Tom Hanks, and Robert Downey Jr. We will have further updates on this story as more information becomes available.
Recently, Cory Feldman has came out and he's been speaking about Corey Haim and his situation publicly. It has led some to believe that he might be trying to acquire clout in order to line his pockets financially or resurrect his movie career. Here is just a snippet of the conversation in which he's had on this particular matter.
This is Cory Feldman. I'm coming to you today to talk to you about what's on everybody's mind. I told everybody a few days ago that I had a plan to try and hopefully bring to light what is happening in the world of entertainment as far as perverts and pedophiles and all of the topics of what we've been discussing. Ever since I even discussed the fact that I have this plan, my life has turned into utter chaos. You can probably tell by the sound of my voice. It's pretty ripped up because of the devastation of what I've been through the past few days. I've experienced things like never before. I mean, I've been silenced my whole life, but just over the past few days since I made that announcement, I've been arrested. I had a near-death experience last night where I felt like I was almost going to be killed. 2 trucks came speeding at me at the same time on a crosswalk. And then several of my band members decided to quit because they're afraid for their lives. I don't know what got into their heads. I don't know what they're afraid of all of a sudden, but they just left. And I'm very alone, but I need to protect myself, and I need to protect my family. I need additional security, and I need a legal team to help represent me so that I can fulfill this mission. What I'm proposing is a plan that I believe can literally change the entertainment system as we know it, and I believe that I can also bring down, potentially, a pedophile ring that I've been aware of since I was a child. Right off the bat, I can name 6 names. One of them who is still very powerful today, and a story that links all the way up to a studio. It connects pedophilia to one of the major studios. I am very afraid to do this. It's not easy. I've been living in fear and been living with this my entire life. As most victims have, I've been made to feel awkward, misunderstood, and I've been degraded at great levels. Rumors have been told, stories have been made up about me, and I've been insulted and degraded in ways that were unimaginable to me, all because they fear what I know as the truth. And I'm not alone. I know that there's thousands others that have experienced what I've experienced in the entertainment industry. I also know that there's peers of mine who know exactly what I'm talking about and know all the details, but have been afraid to come forward with their own truths. I am using this to draw a line in the sand, to say to the Hollywood community, we are better than this. I know that we can stand together as one. We can be united. And we can create an affront. Those good people out there, there's plenty of them that I've become friends with over the years. They can help me right now. You guys can take my side and we can stand together. But additionally, not just the entertainment industry, the entire world, the entire planet can come together over this issue. Because our children are the most sacred things we have. Who could even dream of robbing an innocent child of their life experience? It's not fair, and it must end. So I'm begging you to join me and let our voices be heard. I've lived in shame and fear my entire life, and so have millions of others, And now we have the ability to let our voices be heard and break the dam of silence. I propose to do this by making a film that will be the most honest and true depiction of child abuse ever portrayed, by telling my own story in a very real way, in a very honest way, with no editing, no censorship, no studio behind it. I will make the film, I'll direct the film, I'll produce the film, and I will self-distribute it to guarantee that it gets a theatrical release with your donations. Additionally, it will help me buy the security and the legal team that I need to protect my family until the project is released. And once it's done, I believe that we can revolutionize the film industry in a way that we can root out the evil and make it safe for our kids again. So please join me in this fight. I know that together we can stand strong. The time is now. I've had people on Twitter begging me to do this, and I need to tell you that with 30,000 new followers just in the last week, I know this is what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants the answer. Who did this? Who's responsible? They all want the answer. And all these people taunt me and tease me and bully me on social media on a daily basis. Every day when I go on Twitter, I have to be confronted with this topic that I do not want to have to think about again. But every day when I'm trying to live my life and do other things, and go on with my tour that I've worked so hard for, I had to lose all of that for this. And I'm willing to walk away from all of it if I can make a difference. And I believe that I can with this idea. So please join me and help me in making our voices be heard and making a change that can revolutionize the film industry, save millions of children's lives, and let the truth be told so that the people who have done this damage can come to their consequences they deserve. Justice will be served under God's name. Because this is about good and evil. At the end of the day, there is nothing more evil than people who want to take advantage of innocent children.
If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.